South Cotabato is a delightful surprise even to the most jaded of travelers. Tucked away in the southern end of the Philippines, the province is becoming a vibrant location for eco-adventure, tourism, business, and indigenous culture in the island of Mindanao. Beneath its quiet, unassuming environment is a wealth of postcard-perfect landscapes, abundant biodiversity, culinary delights made from the freshest local produce, and best of all, the heartfelt hospitality of its people. The harmonious interaction of nature, tourism, business, and local culture is perhaps best represented in Lake Cebu. This charming little town in the western part of South Cotabato is home to 3 lakes, the largest of which is a 354-hectare freshwater reserve of the same name. On a clear day, Lake Cebu displays the stunning reflection of blue skies and the lush greenery of surrounding islands, tranquil and enchanting scenery worthy of being immortalized in a Monet painting.
Ako si Chris, ang tour guide ninyo ngayong umaga.
You can enjoy the view on the lake in a 45-minute boating tour organized by local resorts. Punta Isla and the Mountain Lake Eco Resort are 2 of the 12 resorts operating along the lake shore. Lake Cebu is also host to one of the main livelihood sources in the area, tilapia. There are over 3,000 fish cages on the lake, with each cage containing up to 1,500 fingerlings. After 6 to 8 months of regular feeding, the tilapia are fully grown and ready for harvest. One fish cage can yield up to 300 kilograms of tilapia. The abundance of tilapia means good news for the palate. You'd get to enjoy the fresh catch prepared in different but equally delicious ways, from stuffed tilapia to tilapia ceviche, and the very popular tilapia chicharon, deep-fried, bite-sized fillet, best enjoyed with a vinegar dip. A short ride from Lake Cebu is the Seven Falls Zipline, South Cotabato's most exhilarating adventure offering so far. You can have a zipline almost anywhere, just by putting up cables high enough to induce a primal fear of heights. But this is probably the only zipline in the country where you'd have a breathtaking view of at least 4 waterfalls, a river snaking through the canyon, and if you're lucky, a rainbow right beneath you. It's no wonder tourists who got to try the rides are bringing out the superlatives in describing the experience.
It's really different from where I live. It's very, very exotic. I prayed that I would have a life of adventure and wonderful new exotic places and wonderful people. This is it. This is it. This is like the Garden of Eden here behind me. It's the most beautiful place I've ever seen. And to see it from that zip line moving at an unimaginable speed, wow. Beautiful people, beautiful countryside. I would definitely come here again.
100% to 150% safe po tayo. Yung mga attraction po na talagang pinupuntahan dito sa South Cotabato, dito po makikita nyo sa Lake Cebu.
The zipline is deemed only the beginning of South Cotabato's eco-adventure trail.
We could offer them mountain trekking activity, bird watching, boating around the lake. We have 3 lakes. We have the falls, we have the spring, and the rivers. Later on, we will be offering the spelunking activity.
Proof that South Cotabato is a sound and stable location for business is the long-term presence of Dole, one of the world's largest pineapple producers. The company has maintained its pineapple plantation in South Cotabato since 1963 and now covers 18,000 hectares of agricultural land.
This is what we call the typhoon-free belt of the Philippines. So we don't get typhoons here. If we can say for another 50, another 100 years, I think that would be perfect both for the company and for the local community.
We are really proud to be South Cotabateños. We are saying that there's unity in diversity, and that is the strength of South Cotabateños. The different cultures, getting the best out of its culture. South Cotabato is a beautiful place.
It's not just big business, but also small, family-owned enterprises that are flourishing in South Cotabato. In the town of Tantangan, families are involved in the local pottery business, most of which are simple backyard operations. The Cabanse family pottery, for instance, has been in the business for more than 30 years. Armed with a potter's wheel, steady hands, and with the help of their dutiful carabao, which stops on the clay to break it down, this small business has survived and thrived through the decades. The finished products, flower pots, coal-fired stoves, and jars are displayed in stores along the highway. In the town of Banga, a biodegradable waste byproduct is transformed into bags, baskets, decor, mats, and slippers. Who would have thought that corn husks would be made into a handicraft? Another thriving family-owned business in South Cotabato is the Blooming Petals Flower Farm. In a month, it produces up to 15,000 dozens of chrysanthemums, 2,500 dozens of anthuriums, and 2,000 dozens of roses, which are delivered to other cities in Mindanao and Metro Manila. Blooming Petals has a total of 20 hectares of flower plantations in different locations. One farm in South Cotabato that successfully merged tourism, agribusiness, and biodiversity is the durian garden in the town of Bolomolok. Owned by Dr. Rafael Romero, a veterinarian, the 3-hectare property boasts 7 varieties of durian trees, a wide assortment of ornamental plants, some of which are endemic to the Philippines, a butterfly garden, and a mini zoo. The farm also has a restaurant, function rooms, overnight accommodations, and outdoor venues. Doc Romero takes pride in his butterfly garden, the first of its kind in the province. The zoo is another unique attraction that features exotic birds, best of the garden, however, is the organically grown durian. The fruits are fully ripened on the tree before they are harvested, yielding sweet, flavorful durian. Even those who aren't fond of the fruit would love Doc Romero's durian pie, which he said took a lot of experiments before getting the recipe right. Other must-try delights are the durian ice cream and the durian float. Doc Romero has become such an expert on durian that he even invented a durian opener, a simple yet clever device that allows you to open the fruit without having to risk hurting your hand. Now that's a durian garden that has just about everything. A similar concept of combining small-scale agriculture and horticulture with beautiful outdoor venues and homey accommodations can be seen in the farm at Carpenter Hill. An 11-hectare property in the provincial capital, Coronadal City. What used to be a family-owned farm was transformed into an upscale garden resort, set amid landscaped grounds and Japanese gardens. The farm offers 6 Japanese villas and 30 rooms in its courtyard hotel. The farm also has a restaurant, the Aviary Bar and Cafe. While feasting on house specialties such as steamed grouper or honey-glazed baby back ribs, diners can watch through a glass door an array of lovebirds and fluttering around. Another restaurant with great food is the Cinco Niñas, also located in Coronadal. It offers simple yet delicious Filipino dishes that are definitely worth having an extra cup of rice for. Cinco Niñas also offers several function rooms for various events. Its ballroom can accommodate up to 200 people, smaller rooms for 50 to 80 people, and an exclusive boardroom for meetings. The Suena family, which owns Cinco Niñas, has also decided to open a new attraction in South Cotabato, the Paraíso Verde Resort and Water Park. The resort operates the first and only wave pool in the region. It also features a 400-gallon giant bucket that empties into the wave pool and a 600 square meter kiddie pool with smaller buckets and slides. South Cotabato is a landlocked province, but with this water park around, you no longer have to travel far just to get your fix of beach fun. The provincial capital may seem like a quiet city, with an early bedtime, but by sundown, a little nook comes alive and stays way up late. U3 Cafe is where you should be if you're looking to hang out with a cool crowd or just relax with friends over a round of beer and hookah. You may even catch your friendly bartender tossing bottles in the air as he shows off his juggling skills. What better way to cap off a visit to South Cotabato than to bring home some of its best local produce? Cablon Farms offers a wide selection of food products made from organically grown fruit trees. There are coconut and guava jams, jackfruits and durian preserves, and an interesting mixture of passion fruit, guyabano, and calamansi juice concentrate. You can also buy organic chili powder, cocoa powder, coconut sugar, pickled asparagus, spiced vinegar, and wild honey. Cablon Farms has been around since the 1980s and was among the first to offer organic farm products in the local market. For native products inspired by indigenous culture, Kay Datu Souvenirs would be a good stop. The store has different kinds of native bags, purses, mats, home decor, clothes, accessories, and other trinkets. You can complete your wardrobe or overhaul your living room design with the array of products on display. If you want to see more than native-style trinkets in a curio shop, however, then it is worth heading to a village in Lake Cebu where top-grade handicraft tinalak is made. The tinalak is the pride of the Tiboli tribe. It is a fabric so meticulously and artistically woven that its makers are a class of their own. The dream weavers. They must look into their dreams for the designs they will weave. They must discern the desires of good spirits for patterns that should come alive in the fabric. The tribe's most famous dream weaver is Langdulay, who was named by the National Commission of Culture and the Arts as a national living treasure. Now in her 80s, Langdulay no longer has the physical strength to do the weaving herself, but she has entrusted her art to younger Tiboli women. Today, her house serves as a training center for her students, most of whom are also her relatives. Learning the art of tinalak weaving takes 2 years. Perfecting one's own designs and patterns is a lifelong commitment. Tinalak weaving is more than just a cultural symbol. It is also an important source of livelihood for Tiboli women. The relatively high price of quality tinalak is justified by the arduous process that goes into making it. A 6-meter fabric needs 12 meters of abaca and takes 2 to 3 months to make, with 1 month alone dedicated to weaving. Living on the eastern side of South Cotabato are communities of another indigenous group, the Blaan, and are likewise guardians of another treasure, the tarsier. Known in the vernacular as mal, this smallest of primates was first reported to be seen in the forests of Mount Matutum, South Cotabato's highest peak, back in 2007. Another impressive artwork that aims to give tribute to the Tiboli, as well as the local Muslim and Christian populations, are the gigantic sculptures erected set at the main junction in the neighboring town of Surala. Made by acclaimed local artists Kublai Milan, the sculptures portray different cultural facets of the 3 people groups while also highlighting the town's local produce. The artwork was completed only in 2011, but has become a well-known landmark in South Cotabato. Find a repository of the province's historical relics in the South Cotabato Community Museum in Coronadal City. This humble space houses items such as metalwares from indigenous groups and technological artifacts from the early 90s. Apart from its natural resources and cultural heritage, South Cotabato also takes pride in the talent of its people. In 2006, the South Cotabato Performing Arts Ensemble was formed with members including students, out-of-school youth, and professionals. The ensemble is composed of several dance troupes, a chorale, a rondalia group, and a theater company. Endowed with natural resources, beautiful landscape, cool climate, rich indigenous culture, and the warmth of its people, South Cotabato has a lot going for it. Life in this province is peaceful and laid back, yet still inspiring and full of possibilities.